Hey guys, this is Shah. Last night I watched a Hindi movie on Hotstar called Atrangi. The movie is directed by Anand L. Rai, and the actors are Akshay Kumar in a cameo, and Dhanush and Sara Ali Khan. After watching the movie, I felt like Atrangi was a bigger, logically, Atrangi was a bigger disaster than Zero in 2018. So Zero, Shah Rukh Khan Zero and Atrangi is directed by the same director Anand. So this kind of movie is very typical for Hindi industry. So I was not really bothered about it after watching. It's like, okay, this is a one-time watch. There's a lot of logical loopholes, and it doesn't. The whole movie doesn't make any. The whole movie makes very little sense. So I was like, okay, fine. It doesn't make any sense. I'm sure people are gonna say this movie is disaster. It doesn't make any sense. This is illogical. There's a lot of illogical things in the movie. But then I opened Twitter, and I saw a lot of tweets. There's a lot of small reviewers and small scale reviewers, and there's a lot of blue check reviewers with so all of them were like 95% of them were praising the movie, praising in a sense that they're like this is probably the best Hindi movie in 2020, 2021. So I was like, there has to be some disconnection. The movie I just watched and the movie our people are talking about cannot be the same thing. So then I realized that um, the taste for the movies have evolved. The taste for the movie has evolved, or the taste for watching a movie has changed for the Hindi audience. They're being fed one bad movies after another one, and I think they think that Atrangi is a masterpiece. So after watching a lot of tweets, a lot of reviewers saying Atrangi, this is probably the best movie of Hindi movie of 2021. Sara Ali Khan did a brilliant job. The story is brilliant. I didn't see a movie like these, or Dhanush was brilliant, or this is so emotional. So I felt like I just should make a video about it because I wasn't gonna make a video about it because this is just a strictly one-time watch. So it's like there's no point of making a video. But after watching a lot of, I don't say fake, but there's a lot of not genuine the reviews. I'm not sure they are getting paid for it, or was the reason behind, was the motivation behind giving so much positive reviews about the movie. So the first thing in the movie is Dhanush is a medical student, so he get forced by Rinku, the character Rinku, Sara Ali Khan's mom, and her a lot of goons in her house. They kidnapped him, and forced the marriage. So first of all, uh, it wasn't clear why Sara Ali Khan's character was living with the grandma after so many years, even though she knew that the grandma was behind the killing of her parents. Um, I don't see the motivation. I saw a lot of people said she was scared, or she had fear for her life, but I don't think this is the case. I think this is a bad writing. She could have left the house. She could have left for Delhi anytime she wanted. She didn't have to have a sajjad in her life, or imaginary or real guy in her life, to elope from her house and settle anywhere. Yeah, you could move anywhere in Delhi or Mumbai or any big cities, and your grandma wouldn't have a wind about it, that where you just went. So I think the director failed to show why she was still living with her grandmom, even though she just plotted to kill her parents by burning on the stage. The burning on the stage is so comical. It was so badly written. The whole plot of the first of all, why would you burn? Why would you have to burn Sajjad, the Akshay Kumar character? Why would you have to do all the drama to burn him? Um, it looks like Rinku's parents, Rinku's grandmom. She was very influential person in the village or the small town she was living in. So she didn't have to care about police. She didn't have to care about law or who she kills or who she kidnaps. So why would she do all the drama to hijack someone? I mean, burn someone on the stage by replacing the fuel for the magic he was using. And why why was everyone watching that Rinku's mom was burning with Sajjad? Why she was burning with the guy, her husband, and everyone was just watching. So if the intention was killing her daughter with her daughter son-in-law, so why she kept Rinku alive? It didn't make any sense. She could, if the intention was killing her daughter too, the grandma could have killed Rinku too. There's no motivation or intensive for keeping the granddaughter alive. It's not like she's the owner or she's the owner of some properties and she has to keep her alive. She could have killed her too. So it didn't make any sense. So there's a lot of the movie is full of logical loopholes and stupid things. Dhanush gets kidnapped, he get married, then he suddenly falls in love with the girl Rinku without any proper reason. He had been in with a relationship with a girl, the college dean's daughter, and he was supposed to get married after a couple of days, and then he suddenly felt like, oh, this is even though this is a forced marriage, she is my wife. Like, it doesn't make any sense. There is no linearity in the storytelling. Why would you suddenly fall in love, even though he was supposed to get married or he was in love with a girl for so many years? Um, this is probably one of the biggest loopholes in the story. Then he brings the girl to his in college. This is probably the biggest loopholes in the story. He brings the girl. Every student watches that he brings the girl in the hostel or in the dorm. Every staff watch the girl in the hostel, and so everyone in the college knows about the forced marriage. Apparently, that knows about that he just brought a girl in the dorm, but the father-in-law, the college dean, apparently he doesn't know about that until the wedding day, until his daughter saw a video of the forced marriage. And so everyone in the college knows about the forced marriage, but the college dean, who's supposed to know everything about the college, what's happening, or what's the affairs in the dorm, or what's happening in the college campus, he doesn't know anything about the uh, about the forced marriage until the wedding day. And another thing is, why would you bring even though she is your wife, but why would, if you decided to marry your girlfriend and you just wanted to hide the forced marriage things, so why would you bring the girl to Chennai in the first place? You didn't have to. Why would you do that? And if you did that, why would you bring the girl to the wedding? You could have kept her in a hotel room. You booked a hotel room for a couple of days. You keep her there. You finish the marriage, and you done all the formalities, and you go back to Delhi. You didn't have to bring Rinku to your wedding. She danced like Sara Ali Khan. She danced like some very very good choreographer choreographed her dance, and suddenly he's like, oh, and I made a big mistake by bringing her to the wedding. This doesn't make any sense. So the first half was full of stupid things, logical loopholes. It doesn't make any. I thought Zero was better than this. Shah Rukh Khan Zero was better than this. The first half. So I felt like people were a little, people were a little, um, what do you call? Was not fair to Shah Rukh Khan in 2018. If people could give their time and money for a stupid movie like Atrangi, so I think Shah Rukh Khan deserved a benefit of the doubt from the audience. The second half is full of so much loopholes. They give her psychiatric pills. Every time she takes a pill, Sajjad sneezes or he falls from the chair or this kind of stupid things. I know it doesn't have any it doesn't have any medical logic or anything, but even if I take it in at the face value, a psychiatric pill takes like a couple of hours or 3 or 4 hours to take the impact. So showing that she took the pill and right away it started working. This was very stupid. It didn't make any sense. Also, she doesn't remember her dad's face. This is probably one of the biggest, um, stupidest things I watched on the movie. So she doesn't remember her dad's face. Even from the movie, it's not like she was 1 year old or just a baby or just an infant baby that she doesn't remember her dad's face. She was like 7 or 8 years old when her parents died on the stage. So it doesn't make any sense that she doesn't remember her dad's face. Then she saw some pictures or photos on the newspaper. She still doesn't remember the face. Then she makes an imaginary character from the face with the same face. So this kind of thing, Dhanush, even though he's just a student, but he's just a student, but he brings a girl in the dorm, even though there's no other girl in the dorm. He gets all the perks and all the benefits. It's like he's some big leader or something, or some important person. He has the access to the surgery room, even though this is very confidential or strictly for the authorities. You cannot get into the surgery room anytime you want. He also has money for giving people in Taj Mahal just for clapping. He just gave out 500 rupees for just for clapping. How many people were there? There are like 200 or 300 people. More, it's like 500 people over there. So you just gave 500 rupees for everyone for just clapping. How much money do you have? This doesn't make any sense. This um this kind of movie, I think Hindi audience need to upgrade their standard. I just last week I watched a couple of South Indian movies, even with subtitles. It's called Manar. One was Churuli, is a Malayalam movie, and last night I also watched called Manaru. It's a Tamil movie with I think it's a Tamil movie. I watched with subtitles. It was about a time loop. Brilliant movies. There's two movies. You watch Churuli and Manaru, and then you watch Atrangire, and you feel like what kind of imaginary fantasy world Hindi audience are still living in. They need to upgrade their standard. They need to upgrade their taste. Other industries are far ahead of their contemporaries are far ahead from the Hindi movies. So I didn't like this movie. It's fine. It's okay movie. It's just one time fun watch. But watching the people reaction from these, it's really annoyed me. That's why I made the video. I don't have anything against the movie. It's just how people reacted to the movie. It's like we were watching two different movies. Hindi audience need to upgrade their taste. They think Atrangire and this kind of movie are the best they can get. They need to upgrade their taste. This is the best time for explore other avenues. These Hindu Muslim stories like Sajjad is a Muslim and Rinku's mother is a Hindu, and this kind of stories. The directors are so obsessed with this kind of communal angle. Also, I didn't like the thing that Rinku's mom. I personally found Rinku's mom braver than Sajad, but the director wanted to say that every girl needs a man in their life like Sajad. Even though her mom was braver than her dad, but it had to be a man. Then Dhanush came like a savior. In the US, it's informal language. It's called white knighting. That I have to save a girl from their misery. So all I can say that this kind of movie is fine, but this kind of movie should not get the appraisal or positive reaction they're getting. So people need to, the Hindi audience need to upgrade their taste. Thank you.